from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Detroit Lions.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Magoo back to throw. And quickly to Kelsey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it from...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson, and he'll go down at the 28. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. Now a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strict...
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there out of the running game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Magoo. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Magoo on the move to his left. to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Alex Magoo, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Patterson on the carry. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Magoo. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing here, Magoo. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So that time the pressure got him just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he's got it complete to Gronkowski. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Lockett the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. Jameis Winston, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Ryan Tannehill throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. The Rams trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A peek at Alex Magoo and the rest of his crew gearing up to take the field. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Lions on one play have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching it point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Magoo looking to throw it. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Detroit. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down. Showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receivers understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. On 1st down, Wilson. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Patterson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action now. Wilson. This one left side caught by Patterson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, the U.S.
And a loose football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Back now in Jacksonville. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
McPherson's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. As the offense comes back onto the field, let's get a closer look at Alex McGough. And this game a little tough to figure out. He's got the 4 interceptions as we take a look at the struggles. They're winning, though.
If this were a movie, this script would be rejected by everyone in town because this isn't how it's supposed to be. The guy throwing the ball is supposed to be the hero, not the GOAT. But now he's got to find a way to make plays down the stretch that don't hurt his team anymore because they've taken great care of him throughout this one.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. J.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 11. A minute 45 to play. And their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Wilson's throw into the hands of Kirk. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 2nd down, it's Patterson, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for the Lions, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer here.